Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm gonna present you the topic Software Development Life Cycle Overview. So, firstly we will discuss the outline of our topic, that is introduction. What is SDLC, Software Development Life Cycle? Graphical representation, stages of the cycle, models and summary. So introduction is software development life cycle. SDLC is a process used by the software industry to design, develop and test high quality software. The software development life cycle aims to produce a high quality software that meets or exceeds customer expectations, reaches completion within times and cost estimates. So software development life cycle is the acronym of software development life cycle. It is also called a software development process. Software development life cycle is a framework defining tasks performing at each step in the software development process. It is an international standard for software development lifecycle processes. It aims to be standard that defines all the tasks required for developing and maintaining software. What is SDLC, Software Development Life Cycle? It is a process followed for a software project within a software organization. It consists of a detailed plan describing how to develop, maintain, replace and alter to enhance specific software. So the life cycle defines a methodology for improving the quality of software and overall development process. Here it is a graphical representation of the various stages of a typical software development life cycle. The first one is planning, defining, designing, next is building, next is testing, and then last one is deployment. Next we have stages of software development life cycle. The first stage is planning and requirement analysis. The second one is defining requirements. The third one is designing the product architecture. The fourth one is building or developing the product. The fifth one is testing the product. Sixth one is development in the market and maintenance. The first one we will discuss in detail in this slide. Planning and requirement analysis. Basically, requirement analysis is the most important and fundamental stage in this model. It is performed by the senior members of the team with inputs from the customer, the sales department, market surveys and domain experts in the industry. So this information is then used to plan the basic project approach and to conduct product feasibility study in the economical, operational and technical areas. And the planning for the quality assurance requirements and identifications of the risk associated with the project is also done in the planning stage. And the outcome of the technical feasibility study is to define the various technical approaches that can be followed to implement the project successfully with minimum risks. The second one is defining requirements. Once the requirements analysis is done, the next step is to clearly define the document, the product requirements and get them approach from the customer and the market analyst. This is done through an SRC software requirements specification document which consists of all the product requirements to be designed and developed during the project life cycle. Designing the product architecture. SRC is the reference for the product architecture to come out with the best architecture for the product to be developed. So for this all designing document specification, the DDS is reviewed by all the important stakeholders and based on various parameters and risk assessment, product, subroutines, design, modularity, budget and time constraints. The best design approach is selected for the product. A design approach clearly defines all the architecture models of the product along with its communication and data flow representation with the external and third party modules if any. So the internal design of all the modules of the proposed architecture should be clearly defined with the minutest of the details in DDS. Building or developing the product. In this stage, the Sdlc software development life cycle, the actual development start and the product is built. The programming code is generated as per DDS during this stage. If the design is performed in a detailed, organized manner, code generated can be accomplished without much hassle. Developers must follow the coding guidelines defined by other organizations and programming tools like compilers, interpreters, debuggers, etc. as are used to generate the code. Different high-level programming languages such as C, C++, and Pascal, Java, PHP are used for coding. The programming language is chosen with respect to the type of software being developed. Testing the product. This stage is usually a subset of all the stages in the modern models. The testing activities are mostly involved in all the stages of the model. Product defects are reported, tracked, fixed and retested until the product reaches the quality standard defined in the SRC. Deployment in the market and maintenance. Once the product is tested and ready to deployed, it is released formally in the appropriate market. Sometimes product development happens in stage as per the business strategy of that organization. The product may first be released in the limited segment and then tested in the real business environment. It depends. User acceptance testing. Then based on the feedback, the product may be released as it is or with suggested enhancement in the targeting market segment. After the product is released in the market, its maintenance is done for the existing customer base. Software development life cycle models. Following are the most important popular models followed in the industry. The first one is waterfall model, iterative model, spiral model, V model, big bang model. Other related methodologies are agile model, RAD model, rapid application development and prototyping model. So you can go and watch that videos. In the separate videos we have discussed all these models separately. A video on waterfall model, we have a separate video on iterative model, spiral model, V models in details. So you can go and watch the videos for detailed descriptions of these models. It was all about today's lecture, and we have studied how the stages, what are the stages of software development life cycle, and what models are used for development of software. I want you guys to write the summary in the comments below that what you have learned from this lecture. Till then, I will meet you in the next lecture with a new topic. Take care. Allah Hafiz.